Good evening, I'm Kitty Wang. Tonight, the Thanksgiving test. Will Canadians share more than a meal this weekend? Millions are living under new restrictions on this holiday weekend, targeted to break the second wave. What it means for business owners? Will they work? And why are the cases rising among indigenous people? Donald Trump says that he's immune, and he's ready to hit the campaign trail just 3 weeks until the election. A CBC News investigation into the booming business of imported puppies, how they get here, what they bring with them, and what you need to know before you buy. Plus, on a Thanksgiving weekend like no other, what are you thankful for? This is The National. A second wave in parts of Canada has already surpassed the first in terms of known daily infections. And now, the country faces a crucial test. It's the first COVID-19 Thanksgiving across much of Canada. Officials have urged people to keep gathering small and obey local health rules. And in some places, those were recently tightened, parts of Ontario's been in mandatory partial shutdown. For those living under these new rules, it is a particularly tough Thanksgiving. Anxiety and disappointment, compounded by 6 months of COVID fatigue, no indoor restaurant dining, families urged to stay apart, while officials can only hope they comply. 开大院 now on what is at stake. In Quebec, the list of so-called red zones expanded today in response to the rise of COVID-19 infections. Contact between households and mass gatherings are now restricted in Gatineau, and in neighboring regions, they join Montreal and Quebec City and surrounding areas, also in the red. Many of those earlier red zones were declared at the end of September, and about a week later, Quebec's new case rate did start to taper off. It's still by far, though, the highest in the country. The Atlantic bubble, meanwhile, is under pressure. New Brunswick is reporting 14 cases today linked to outbreak in Campbellton and Moncton, including at a special care home. Overall, the province has reported 70 cases over the past week, the fastest pace since the pandemic began. PEI and Newfoundland and Labrador have issued travel advisories in response. Let's bring in infectious diseases specialist Dr. Isaac Bogoch, who is in Toronto. And Dr. Bogoch, numbers are down in Ontario today. I know that it's just 1 day, but still. And in the red zone in Quebec, also numbers may be a little lower than we have seen in the past. Are we getting some things right? And I know that you continue to have concerns. Take us through those, please. I know that this has been a busy Uncle Day for you. Thank you for fitting us in. And Manitoba reported 54 cases today. That is down from Saturday's new 1-day record of 97. And COVID-19 is hitting some much harder than others, indigenous groups especially. Austin Grabish brings us the story tonight. This is usually the year of thousands of Canadian snowbirds take off to spend the winter in the sunny American South. COVID-19 has made that extremely difficult this year, but not impossible for those who are willing to take the risk. Alison Northcott explains. India has now surpassed 7 million cases of COVID-19. The country adding 1 million in the last 2 weeks. This rising count comes as the country begins festival seasons and puts it on track to surpass the United States as worst hit by the pandemic. That's today's CBS News. I'm Kitty Wang. Thanks for watching and goodbye.